So thank you, Barry and Jason, for joining us from 360 Clean. And we were really excited to hear that you are finding some great candidates through FBR. So just wanted to spend some time and ask some questions. So appreciate you guys sharing this with us.
Sure.
And I know that this will probably go to Barry because Jason, I don't think you were with the brand when we first met Barry and learned of 360 Clean, but do you remember how you first came across FBR or how you knew about us?
Yeah, actually, one of y'all's former reps actually contacted me a good bit, and she kept after me, and of course we looked into the program, and it really made sense for us at that time, and we started utilizing it, and we just felt like it was an excellent way to validate other than just using our franchisees and what we say. There was obviously you're adding in a third party that's asking different questions that a potential franchisee certainly wants to know the answers to and how the others feel. But yeah, I certainly remember that, and it's definitely been a great process for us, and it's obviously paying dividends with our franchise recruitment. So,
love it. So let's talk about how has this pandemic impacted your business, and then a follow-up to that: have you made any changes in your marketing or your recruitment strategies based on what you're seeing? So we've seen some people have reduced their spend or increased their spend based on how the pandemic has impacted their business or tried different lead sources. So tell us kind of where you guys are at and how it's impacted you guys.
So on the business aspect, it's been fantastic for us on the franchisee recruitment side, and then also on the client side. We've been able to grow in both aspects. So that's absolutely been fantastic. I think through the pandemic, we have gotten a little bit more selective on the franchisee process. And it was really dialed into who our core person is, which has really, really helped that.
So how, and we hear that when people start out, there's franchisees that they brought on board that the type of person you're looking for isn't necessarily the same. As you grow, you're looking for a different type of person. So how did you guys go through that process of identifying who you wanted to, who was a really good fit for you, who you wanted to bring on board? And then how are you vetting them within your process to understand that?
Yeah, that's a great question. You kind of look back at the franchisees that's had some success, right? And you've had to look at those franchisees that's not been as successful, and you kind of pull out those traits from each one of like, hey, this person seems to thrive more. This person seems to not thrive as much. And then you go after those, right? It's all in the person's skill set and what you think you can grow and what you think your system can add to them and help them, be successful. Because everyone's skill set is not going to thrive in everyone's system. It's really knowing what your system can offer that person and how you can elevate their performance.
I like it. And then I think too, I was talking to Lisa and understanding that you guys were really trying to look just regionally where you were growing, and with the increase of interest in what you guys were doing, 360 Clean really makes sense for a business owner right now because it's now been proven to be pandemic proof. She had mentioned too that you kind of shifted who you were or where you were looking for as well in your strategy. Is that correct?
Yeah, so before we were doing some more of a target area. So like, hey, we want more growth in X place. So we would focus on that. And we kind of opened that up to just a national approach of saying, hey, we would just want to find the best franchise owners wherever they are, right? Instead of being so focused on one area. And it's really allowed us a lot of flexibility. I mean, some of the new ones we're bringing on, you'll be surprised how much they teach you as well,
Yeah.
about different from your existing franchise owners.
Yeah, absolutely. Each market's different. So we usually hear from franchisors that their best leads come from their own website or referrals from the existing franchisees. Is that what you guys are seeing, or where are you seeing the best lead source? Where are those coming from for you guys?
Yeah, I would say that certainly you do see a higher engagement, a higher rate of engagement, quicker engagement with leads from your website. But what we're finding on the same side with that is that a lot of our franchise leads that come from our website are also doing other type of searches, and they're doing their own validation searches. As we know, people may look at you, but they're going to go and do some research online maybe before they contact you. And that's where we feel FBR is really helping us, because they may come in through Google, but then we find out that they also went and read about our validation survey and all those things with FBR. So I think it's a really good marriage, but I mean, certainly those leads are good, but I mean, the FBR leads have been great.
Fantastic.
Because, we're realizing those they seem a little more vetted. They seem a little more, I guess you say, engaged to really looking at the idea of owning a business, other than just maybe they had an idea one night at 10 o'clock and filled out a form.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's good advice, because franchisors, I think a lot of times I'll say to them that your candidate is, if it's a good candidate, they're looking at you, about you, for you online a lot before they'll engage with Jason directly. So making sure that you have an authentic story out there, but giving them other ways to see who you are rather than your salesperson telling them who you are is awesome. And whatever drives them to reach out to you directly is kind of what the strategy should be for most brands.
I mean, I think it's that way too, not just with I think you're seeing that in all facets of life. I think even when people look at our company for the service, they're going out. That's why Google reviews are so big now. So, I mean, I don't want to say FBRs like Google reviews, but in some ways it is, because it adds some validation there for people that are looking for, whether it be a consumer type service or B2B type service. But of course, with, looking at franchises, you don't really have anywhere to go. But obviously with someone like FBR, there is that validation source, and you can, read what people have to say and what they think about it from their standpoint.
Yeah, agreed. I like it.
And one thing that I like, not to cut you off, but one thing I like about the leads that we've gotten from you guys is just seems those candidates are a lot more process driven. So through that validation and through looking through other things, they seem like they just go through the process a lot smoother, which has been awesome.
Good. Oh, that's good. We like hearing that. So I know when you started working with us, we did the survey work and you were kind of just checking in on that validation piece. But what made you decide to start trying the lead program? Were you facing any challenges as far as the quantity or quality of leads that you were getting?
Yeah, I mean, I think once we opened things up nationally and got away from the three-party franchise system of having regional developers, that allowed us to open up to more geography, which made better sense. But certainly, I mean, we've tried Facebook, we've tried different channels, but we were looking for maybe not someone that was focused more on high volume, but more focused on high quality. And that's certainly, what we've seen since we started with you guys in June. It's definitely paying off. So.
Yeah. And on that topic, since June of this year, 4 out of the 6 deals that you've closed have come through FBR leads. So we love hearing that. So how does that ratio compare to other lead sources or websites that you guys are utilizing?
So it's not even in comparison. So actually that updated number is we just closed 2 more this week and another one come from you guys. So it's not even close compared to the other ones. And that's why I think what Barry's like, it's more of a qualified, it's less quantity, but it's more quality. It's there's so much better going through the process. There's so much more apt of engaging with you, engaging in your processes, which is huge, right? Because all you really want when you're vetting new franchisees, you want their eyes and their ears, and you want them to find the best marriage, right? If they fit your system, and can they thrive, and can you thrive with them? So it's been fantastic. I think
Michelle, to that point too, I mean, we feel like it's our responsibility to get deals closed. It's the responsibility of the lead provider to give us, quality leads, a higher percentage of those. But we measure it certainly on closed deals. We also measure it on what we call our personal profile. So when we get a lead, we send information right back out, asking them to fill out a personal profile, which is it's not a full application. It's a little more than just their name and phone number and all, but it gives a little more just to kind of test their engagement. Mm-hmm. And that goes out to them through text message and email. And so we measure that probably more than anything as far as our lead sources, because we feel like if you can give us people that are going to, for one, engage, then it's our job from there. And obviously the same thing we're seeing, not only are your leads closing a lot higher and faster, but also the engagement on the personal profile side is a lot higher compared to other sources as well.
Yeah. We don't like chasing leads. That's right.
No. Oh, that's tireless.
Yeah. Let's just connect so we know if this is a fit or not. So how about, the FBR leads, how are they converting as far as the length of time they take to close compared to your average deal length? Are you seeing any difference there?
Yeah, it's so you're somewhere around that 4 to 6 weeks in our system. So it's not a ton of time. Other ones, it seems to be more of a 6+ weeks, 8-10 weeks, because it seemed like they have to do a lot more validation, right? They want to call more franchise owners. They want to, research us a lot more, which is cool. Which, I mean, they have to do their due diligence. But yes, your leads do seem to have a sweet spot of 4 to 6 weeks with us.
And so to that point, as far as the validation part, do you share your franchisee satisfaction report during your validation process with all candidates?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, when I'm having the Zoom meetings for my desk, the picture I have in the background is our award with the awards that we win from you guys. So it's really awesome.
You can see it over there.
I love it. I love it.
So, I make sure that's in the shot so it just reconfirms, what I'm talking about. And of course we share, hey, please go out, vet us, go to, FBR and make sure you see all the awards that we won through a third party. It's not through us, and they absolutely love it, so, and then they get another validation. So when they call 1 or 2 franchise owners or 3 franchise owners, and then they get the validation from the franchise owner, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I love it. That's great. So by using Franchise Business Review, and you guys do everything, so you make your summer report available to candidates, which I think is a fantastic way to show transparency and to get them interested and say, if I'm looking at other brands, why aren't they sharing this level of information that 360 Clean is sharing? So I kudos to you on that. But have you been able to see that Franchise Business Review has been able to reduce any of your costs per sale at all by using that information or by using the leads that we're sending your way?
Yeah, I think, of course I'd keep up with that piece a little bit more, but absolutely. Certainly there are a lot of lead generators out there that are offering, low prices per leads. But after you get 100, 200, 300, you start to really measure that, but absolutely. And it makes our process a little more streamlined because, people in this validation world and online world, they want to kind of do some things on their own. And to be able to send them to a one-stop shop that has all of that information there is, quick for them, it's quick for us, and very streamlined. So absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I don't know if you guys have anything else to add. We love working with you guys and we're really proud of you. I think that and a lot of franchisors don't start as early as you started. And we say as soon as you have 10 franchisees, really start asking that, because you want to make sure that they feel that they're part of how you're going to grow this brand, that you're paying attention to them and their experience on how you can do things right or better as you're bringing more on. So really kudos for jumping on as soon as you did. But we love just seeing the feedback that you get, and happy that you guys are doing well during this very strange year.
Thanks. Absolutely.
Yeah, 2020 has definitely been different.
Yeah, very good. Well, we love it, and hopefully we'll keep bringing you great candidates, but appreciate your time today.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very
Michelle.
much.